If you're looking for the easiest and most affordable ways to retire overseas, these are the 6 easiest retirement visas, and you can live in all of these countries on Social Security alone. I'm Daniel, former hospital CEO, and now I slow travel the world and been doing it for about 5 years. All right, let's get into it. Number 6, Thailand. Thailand is the most established retirement destination in Asia. Thailand is home to approximately 400,000 to 450,000 Western expats, retirees, and skilled professionals. Think about what daily life in Thailand could actually look like for you. You wake up in Chiang Mai, it's a mountain city, cool air, temples on every corner. You walk and get your $1.50 coffee that used to cost you $7 at Starbucks. Down the road is a private hospital that would be considered top tier in most Western cities. Your expat neighbors are from a dozen different countries, and most of them have been here for years. The food alone could keep you here, and your Social Security goes from barely enough to genuinely comfortable. So here's what the visa looks like. Okay, the visa I'm talking about is the OA retirement visa. So you have to be 50 years old, you put $22,000 in a Thai bank account, or about $1,750 to $1,850 a month in income. You need to have health insurance. You renew it annually in country, and then you report every 90 days. So what makes this work? It's the largest expat infrastructure in Asia, world-class private hospitals, best lifestyle to cost ratio of any major Asian expat destination. So with this visa, you are required to have health insurance, and those rates can climb pretty fast after age 65. So I put Thailand at number 6 because of the annual renewal commitment and the requirement of health insurance. So I want to give a shout out to Martin P., who gave me a bunch of insights. He's been living in Thailand. He said most of the expats go with the O visa, which does not require health insurance, which is very positive. But he also said that there's other options, the OX, the Thai privilege visa, and the long-term visa. So thank you, Martin, for those. So I put this at number 6 because of the health insurance requirement, but actually, according to Martin, it may not deserve the last place. So keep that in mind. So if you're getting value from this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Love for you to join our journey. And as I continue these videos, I'm adding more and more resources into the description, so check those out. All right, number 5, Ecuador. So Ecuador is kind of one of those countries that surprises people. Most American retirees arrive in Cuenca or Quito expecting to rough it, and they leave wondering why they waited so long. I spent several months in Cuenca, and I actually started the visa process. So Cuenca is a UNESCO World Heritage Colonial City, sitting in the Andes at about 8,500 feet. Very cool architecture, cobblestone streets. The weather's pretty nice. Sometimes it does get a little cold though. No AC is needed, but you might need heat occasionally. A couple can live there for definitely $1,500 to $2,000 a month. The expat community is growing. There's English speaking in a lot of places, and it's well established. Personally, I've been to 3 diners that are expat focused, so you can get your pancakes if you need them. And Ecuador runs on the dollar. So Ecuador has the jubilado visa. So for this visa, you need about $1,500 a month. It can be a pension, Social Security, military, corporate, and the cost really is about $1,500 if you use an attorney. So I mentioned I started the process, and the reason I stopped is because I wanted to travel more. And in order to get permanent residency, for the first 2 years, you have to stay in the country 21 out of 24 months. You don't have that requirement if you just want to get a temporary visa and redo that every year. I wanted to get a permanent residency, so I decided I did not want to stay in one country for 2 years, but I was actually about halfway through the process. And Ecuador also allows dual citizenship. I put it at number 5 because the income threshold is a little higher. You're required to have health insurance, and you have to stay in the country 21 out of 24 months. But it's a real option. A lot of people are doing it, and the expat community is growing more and more. Okay, moving on to number 4, the Philippines. In the Philippines, English is widely spoken. Beyond language, Philippines delivers island living at Southeast Asian prices. And when you hear from expats who live in the Philippines, they love it. There's very established expat communities. Warm weather. I actually spent a year in the Philippines back in the Navy. It's definitely warm. And a full, comfortable life for well under $2,000 a year. So here's the visa that the Philippines offers. So it's called the SRRV Classic, Special Resident Retirees Visa. So you only have to be 40 years old. So if you have a military pension, corporate or Social Security of $800 a month, you can stay here. You need to make a $15,000 deposit. There's about a $1,500 application fee. You don't have to renew it. You don't have to report. So what makes it work? English is the language, permanent from day one. Deposit is not a cost. You earn interest, but you do have to come up with some upfront money. So it lands at number 4 rather than higher because you do need that deposit, which not everyone has sitting around, and the $1,500 fee. But as a pure permanent visa value in Asia, it's a great choice. And there's a lot of people who are enjoying the Philippines right now because of it. Now, number 3, Colombia, getting easier as we go. So the country that most Americans avoided in the past because it was super, super dangerous are now telling you to go to Colombia. And I spent time in Medellin, and it's quite a cool city. And I would say most people that have gone to Medellin loved it there. It has spring-like weather throughout the year. It's walkable. They have modern cable cars. They have some advanced technology there. Some say the best coffee in the world. I actually went through a little coffee plantation, which was cool. And the cost of living makes it very affordable. You can definitely live there on Social Security alone. Medellin has a growing expat population, and they have tons of tourists, actually. If you want a different climate, Cartagena is on the Caribbean coast, and Bogota is a much cooler climate at a higher altitude. So Colombia has the M11 Pensionado visa. So there's no minimum age. You need about $1,300 a month. You need a lifetime pension. There's no deposit, no property required, a small fee, and it takes a couple months. So what makes it work? It's actually an 100% online application, which is pretty amazing. And it's probably the most frictionless application on the entire list. It takes 5 years to get permanent residency, which is pretty long, and rental and investment income don't qualify. It must be a lifetime pension, but a very good option. All right, number 2, Cambodia. Number 2 is one that most American retirees haven't thought of, including myself, and they probably should. Cambodia is definitely gaining popularity. The cost of living is probably the lowest in any expat-friendly city in Southeast Asia. And I've seen many comments on the channel talking about how people need to visit Cambodia to see how good it is. And I recently had a friend who visited Cambodia, and she was completely surprised at how nice it was. So Cambodia is definitely on my list to visit now. So Cambodia has the ER retirement visa. You need to be 55 or older. No income requirement, no deposit, no insurance, a small fee. So all-in costs, $400 to $600. It's definitely the lowest barrier to entry of any formal retirement visa in the world that I've seen. There is an annual renewal required, and healthcare is improving, but most expats travel to Bangkok for anything serious. So the honest trade-off, Cambodia's healthcare infrastructure, while it is improving, is not at the level of Thailand or the number 1 country. But for anything serious, you're heading to Bangkok. If you're 55 plus and in good health, that's a reasonable trade-off for what you get in return. So the number 1 and probably the easiest visa to secure is in Panama. Panama has a large expat population for sure. I would say it's definitely the most popular retirement destination in the Americas. It's very close to the US. Panama has several different areas with different climates. You got the big city, Panama City, where I spent a lot of time. Mountains, beaches, and by the way, if you like birds, they have 1,000 different species. So I actually had 2 parrots who lived right outside of my Airbnb. Pretty cool. So here's what the Pensionado visa delivers. So for $1,000 a month, you qualify as long as you have Social Security, a military, or a corporate pension. 97% approval rate. It takes 3 to 6 months. You only have to visit Panama once every 2 years. An attorney is required, so that will cost you $3,000 to $5,000. And citizenship, you're eligible after 5 years and you can keep your US passport. And you get legally mandated discounts in the country when you get this visa. So it's permanent from day one. There's actually really good health care. I believe it's the only Johns Hopkins affiliated hospital in the entire area. And citizenship after 5 years. So I'm not sure, maybe you know, but I haven't found a retirement visa program anywhere in the world that beats this combination of low barrier to entry, immediate permanence, and ongoing benefits. So probably Panama visa is the gold standard. So I'm curious, are any of these 6 countries on your radar? Drop it in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. And if this video has helped you, make sure you share it with others and check out these other videos about travel right here. I'll see you in the next one.